Good evening. Hot. What do you want to talk about?
What I want to talk about. Man, how was your day today?
It was actually crappy because we got in an argument in the beginning of the day, and it seemed like it kind of lasted until like half of the day.
Yeah, she wakes me up suddenly and says, "Hey, I think our son is diabetic." I'm like, what?
I did. I took my son sugar in the morning. Okay, listen, let me backtrack first. Hold on. Okay, my son has these rashes. Dang, my battery's gonna die. My son has these rashes that he breaks out frequently. And when I started reading up on them, they were talking about autoimmune diseases. So then I was like, well, I have a glucometer, so let me check his glucose to see what he's doing.
Okay, mind you, I didn't know none of these things. She just wakes me up suddenly. She's like, "Oh, you glanced over and looked at me." And I glanced
Mind you, though, that he does this in the morning to me too. So calm down. Don't act like you a victim right now.
Yes, between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning.
What time do I fall asleep though?
Between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay then.
So I'm like, oh, I have this epiphanies. And I call epiphanies. And my mind is just working in overdrive, where it's like I have all these ideas and all these thoughts that hit me. And I've been doing it for almost 20 years now. So she's used to it. She hates it to death. She's like, yo, that's really crazy. And you just calm that down because I just went to sleep.
Yeah, he knows that. Like as soon as he gets out of bed,
every year that I'll be different. And I have this. It's weird because my mind is like, oh, you have all these thoughts. He just spewed out right now as you're running through the door.
No, like right when he gets out the shower, he's like, yo, I need to do this, that, the third, and the car needs this, that, and the third, and this happens at this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I just fell asleep, like mouth open, drooling.
So today she was like, listen, this is payback. I'm gonna let him know. I think our son is diabetic. What?
Yeah. Okay, I did a fasting glucose on him, and I did one that was a non-fasting glucose on him. Yesterday's reading was fine. This morning, it was about the same level as his non-fasting glucose. So I was like, oh my gosh, freaking out or whatever. I still need to take another one non-fasting again. But yeah, I was like, it just happened that I walked in, he made eye contact with me, and then it was on my mind, and I spit it out. So I guess that was the start of the day, even though it shouldn't have been something that started...
I was mad.
Even though it shouldn't have been something that started a fight, because if that's the case, then I could have started a fight with him every single day.
She was too tired to do that, so.
But I could have started a fight with him every single day, but I didn't, okay? So I didn't feel like that was a reason to get mad and get all up in my shit, you know what I mean? But the next thing you know, I'm coming and brushing my teeth, minding my business, and then the next thing starts. And he's like, yo, I think you was being disrespectful to me in front of our daughter. And I was like, can you please explain? Please give me an example of what I did that was disrespectful. I don't know, but I felt like he was being disrespectful. And I'm like, give me an example. It just happened. Give me an example. And he's like, I don't know. It's just, you were talking to her. But mind you, he came in and he was in the middle of our conversation. My daughter and I were in the middle of a conversation already. And we was talking.
Oh Lord. See how this plays out with her hands and
yeah, you see that.
She act like she shuts me down. So she is. What happened was, it was a misunderstanding because I was gonna show my son how to shave, right, his face. Because he started growing his facial hair, and he was like, hey, can you show me how to shave, Dad? And I was like, okay, I'll show you. And I had my bag and all that stuff was going towards the bathroom. And she,
why didn't you let me finish my sentence though?
I'm gonna say, cause
you just cut me off, bro.
Wow.
Now I'm cutting him off. Okay, like here, the point is, me and Kimana were in the middle of a conversation. He came out, he was listening to what we were saying. He is feeling some type of way about the things that I was saying, but I was just saying I wanted to get money up for my stem cells. The next thing that happens is my daughter's like, why are you going into our restroom? We saw him with his bag, and it looked like he was about to take it into the first bathroom to shave with our son. And I'm like, listen, we have the double sink. Why don't it makes more sense to go into our bathroom? You know what I'm saying? And he took that as I was challenging him in front of our daughter, like she was saying something.
She had said the way she was like, why you so what are you doing?
She came off abrasive, I guess.
She's like, what are you doing? And I'm just looking, I'm like, what?
I didn't know that.
I when I was gonna address that to her, and I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? What am I doing? And I'm like, I looked at her and I'm like, I'm talking, and then she jumped in and she was like, "Hey, you can go to the next sink," and she did something to the effect that I felt like she switched gears, and I felt like she thought I was getting upset, and I was.
I didn't even know. Like honestly, I was looking down.
Switch the subject.
I was looking down at my computer.
I'm like, yo, why is she getting hostile with me?
I was looking down at my computer. I wasn't paying attention to anybody's body language or anything. I was halfway hearing what was going on, and then I just explained what Kimano was trying to say, but she did come. I guess she did. I didn't hear how she said it. So that's the only thing that's missing from this, is that I didn't hear how she addressed him.
And I walked up like, what?
But I'm guessing she must have sounded abrasive because she was like, the way he took it. So he corners me in the bathroom while I'm brushing my teeth and makes
I feel like it should be a united front. You shouldn't have your child disrespect your husband like
and
that.
And he's very correct about that, but that's not
put that in even any kind of context.
That's not what happened.
That's how I was feeling.
Yeah, but that's not what happened.
I know, but you explained it afterwards, and you was like, I understand. I was like, okay, if that's, if it was just a misunderstanding, that's cool. But the way I took it, and I was mad. I was like, wait a minute. So she let that just slide, and I'm like, you should be a united front with your husband. You know what I mean? And that's how I took it. And that's why when I talked to her in the bathroom, that's when you explained all that other stuff. That hey, she was just trying to say basically, you can go to our bathroom, our bathroom, because we have double sinks. You can utilize that. Yeah. So I just was like, if she had said, hey, Dad, why are you going in our bathroom? You can utilize you guys' bathroom because double sinks. I can understand it, and the delivery was just off to me.
Okay, and I get that, and it wasn't me trying to not be united with him, but I just feel like, honestly, the truth is, like, the way he came at me in the morning rubbed me the wrong way, and I was already feeling some type of way with him. And then the next situation, I'm just coming in the room to brush my teeth, and it just becomes another situation, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gearing up for war at this point, because I feel like every time I'm around him, he's finding something like. I feel like
it started from that more. I've been having a hard time sleeping because I've been under a lot of stress lately.
Yeah.
And it's so when I do want to rest and I want to relax, let me relax and let me rest. I feel like once that shit is interrupted.
But it's a double standard, because he feels like he can wake me up whenever he wants to.
We talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about all this, but you asked me how my day was. So I'm telling you.
Business on this.
The point is, like, he does it to me every single day. This happens to him once in a blue moon. I'm not waking him up out his sleep for stuff like this at all. But it just was on my mind when I walked in. Was it right? No. It did.
Yes, she admitted. Yes. I'm just playing. She's admitted. We already had this conversation.
Yeah, we did. Already. But look, so you see how hype we
did. It's like we were trying to say. I think we were saying we were cool. We were straight. That we already talked about it and everything like that, and we're good right now. But at the time, it was just a long day of back and forth between us. Yeah. So we talked it out. I was right. I'm just kidding. I was right, and he was being an asshole, and he has double standard issues, and I felt disrespected.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I like how you own your mistake.
I own my mistakes. I don't have a problem owning what I do wrong. Like, this is what I'm talking about right here.
This is what I'm talking about right here. He knows what set me up.
No, but he also doesn't realize that he does it to me, and it only becomes an issue when I do it back. If I do something once to him and it affects him, then it becomes a huge issue like it did today. But the fact that he does it to me so many times over and over again, it's not an issue.
It is an issue.
It's not, obviously, until it becomes your issue.
It is an issue because it affects us.
Alright, so that's how our day went.
Yes,
the day...
It still doesn't feel like it's resolved, because I'm like, I have to...
What do you need me to do to resolve this? What on my end can I do to resolve this situation?
My thing is, I would like an apology for this morning. Like, I would like, hey, I'm sorry for waking you up. I know it's been you've been getting like 2 or 3 hours of sleep a day.
You
Monday
don't
through
never
Friday.
apologize to
I
me.
did
though.
apologize to you.
No,
I
when
did
you
that
wake
to
me
you.
up all those mornings,
Yes,
all
I
those
did.
mornings.
I did tell you I'm sorry, and then you were like,
No, every morning when you're waking me up, are you apologizing?
I do
to?
say that.
No, you don't.
As I'm leaving, I'm like, I'm sorry, and I kiss you, and I'll see you in a couple hours.
No.
And I kind of toned that down the last, last week or two.
He's lying.
I say it
No,
every other day. I'll say something, but other than that, I'm kind of
But
like.
here, no, for real. Here, I apologize for waking you up. I'm sorry. I know you're not getting that much sleep, and it was just on my mind. I was worried about it, but I should have waited until you woke up.
Thank you. See that, YouTube world? That's how you do it.
Will you forgive me?
I forgive you.
All right. I don't
It's
forgive
so blurry.
you.
Wow.
I don't forgive him though.